Hi everyone, my name is Vivian Cigarroa and I am a Europe tutor at Riverside Middle School. On the last video, I talked about the University of Texas at Austin and I gave you information regarding tuition, the undergraduate population, and things like that. Well, for this video, I'm going to give a recap of that information and I'm also going to list some of the advantages and disadvantages of attending UT Austin. I feel like this information will help you a lot, especially when you're trying to decide what is the right university for you. So here we go. The University of Texas at Austin. It is located in Austin, Texas. It is a large 4-year public university. The 6-year graduation rate is 86%, and the current tuition is $10,818 for in-state and $38,228 for out-of-state. So the advantages of attending UT Austin. Well, the first one, which I think is really important, is that it's ranked number 76 for being one of the best colleges in the nation. That is amazing because there are a lot of universities and colleges. So to be ranked in the top 100 says a lot about the university. It has 175 academic programs, which means that there is a lot of majors that you can choose, depending on your interests and things like that. You have a lot of options in what degree you wish to pursue. Since it is a large campus with like a large population, it has over 1,000 student organizations, which is quite amazing. Which, there must be clubs for like almost anything that fits your interest. And I think it's especially important to get involved during college because that's when you meet new people, you learn new skills, you network, and it helps you in finding like a secure job once you graduate. So just keep it in mind as you start applying and you attend college. Another advantage is that 75% financial need is met. So actually most of the undergraduate population do get a lot of help regarding paying for school by the university. So that is a great thing, especially since college is very expensive. And the last advantage is that if you're taking any IB courses or you're taking college level examination programs, any AP courses or dual credit courses during high school, UT Austin accepts these credits. So that means that once you get into college and you start taking your classes, there's going to be some classes that you won't even need to take because you have the credit. And that means that you're going to save time and money. So while in high school, take into consideration in taking these classes. Some of these disadvantages of attending UT Austin. The first one is that it has a low acceptance rate, which is 36.5%. This means that the university is very selective on who they decide to let into their university. And that means that you have to work really hard while you're in high school. You want to make sure that you're involved in a lot of things, that you have a really good academic record. The second disadvantage is that it's a large campus. So some people might see this as a good thing because, there's a lot more people and a lot of diversity, but others might see it as a disadvantage because they prefer smaller spaces or, less people where they feel a lot more comfortable and not overwhelmed. Also, since, it's a really big university, some of the buildings are going to be far apart. So if you need to get from one place to another, you might have a short amount of time and you're going to have to walk you're gonna have to walk a long distance and things like that. So you're gonna have to consider that as well, especially since you might have classes back to back. You have to make sure that you manage your time wisely. And the third is the cost of living. So UT Austin is stationed at the capital of Texas, which means it is in a big city, and it tends to be expensive when living there. There's things that you have to consider, like whether you do decide to live in the campus or maybe you decide to live on an apartment and things like that. You have to make sure that you have your utilities And then you also have to worry about transportation and personal expenses. So it does get a bit pricey in that, and that's something that you might want to consider as you're looking through these colleges, you know, if you have like the money for it, or if maybe like you can apply to scholarships and or financial aid can help you out. But that is pretty much it. And that actually concludes my video. So I really hope that this information helped you even more, you know, as you decide to find like the right place for you. And thank you for watching. Goodbye.